What's up, guys? Coach Shine here, coming to you with another live. I'm pretty excited to kind of talk about the topic that I want to discuss here today. I really do enjoy being a coach and having a coaching business. And one thing that I am certain of is that coaching is a lifestyle. Okay. I started to think back about some scenarios where, in my coaching business, I have been tested in certain ways with dynamics with people that were, close to me that, did not fully understand my business approach, or even maybe didn't even understand why I would do this type of work, or even it wasn't, to me, it wasn't me needing them to support it or not, but to me, it just came off as a lack of support when they did not really feel as accepting of this line of work for myself personally. And so I kind of want to discuss that a little bit, because I feel that could be some kind of connection or correlation for some of you guys who either have this type of business or are actually looking into getting into this type of business, and to kind of give you some realistic expectations in regards to this type of work, right? And my coaching business is a part of just what I singly do for myself, right? I had a discussion with someone, and they were expressing how they felt like when I spend my time working in my business, it just comes off like I care more about the people online, or the the business side of things, or even just pouring my energy into my work more than my actual family or friends, or whatever the case may be, right? Or a loved one. But and really, that was just their perspective and their own feelings, which is all valid and very welcome. But when that came up, I did express and explain that I don't think people understand how much me actually having a coaching business and doing this work actually helps and support me, right? I think people think we're out to seek validation. And I've heard this before, like when people are like, oh, you're trying to get attention online, you're trying to seek validation, and you want this, like it's like there's this perception from people who may observe us in our actual day-to-day life that may feel like we're seeking something external by doing this line of work, when the truth and the reality is no one can really take your creativity and your actual self-expression away from you, right? And for me, that's truly what it is. It's my own personal vision. It's my personal business. It's my personal expression. It's my creativity. And it's something that I naturally do because I have developed myself into this type of person. And I think most people don't see that there is a self-development process that goes into you actually showing up online. And I think a lot of it has to do with people don't actually have that capability, or haven't developed themselves to do it, to where they are feeling like it's maybe a foreign concept, or they're seeing it from a very limited point of view or perception. But I know for sure that those of us who actually, are content creators, or who create businesses online, or who post and create content, we understand the grind. We understand the work that's involved. We understand that this is way more spiritual and than most people can even really comprehend just from observing it. It's like almost like creating your own world that nobody can really see unless they are actually a part of it, right? Unless they actually submerge themselves into that type of work. And I think that's why we actually like to work with other like-minded individuals, and we actually seek that out because we know that there's an understanding there, right? So I don't expect people who hasn't done what I've done to fully grasp and understand the steps and amount of work and the self-development and the growth I've had to go through in order to do this, right? And so a part of my mentorship, Deeper Than Beauty, is really supporting my mentees in this type of journey and this type of work, because there's a lot more involved than most people will ever even be able to speak upon or even comprehend. And this is where we have to just give grace to our loved ones, our family and friends, and those who may not fully understand, and those who may even come off very combative even when it comes to you actually showing up in your business. Because I know, as I was reflecting on this earlier, I started to realize, like, wow, I've seen this kind of with almost with every single person that were around me when I actually show up in my business in this capacity. Like, there has been some kind of undertone of, like some kind of attack towards it. And I don't take it personal, but it's still like very much of a real thing, to where it's something to speak on, like for people to understand, like, surround yourself with people who uplift you and surround yourself with people who support you. But also know that just because people don't uplift and support you in your business does not mean that they don't have the ability to support and uplift you in other ways, right? So it doesn't mean like you completely write them off. It's just understanding that, some people have their certain limitations and what they can understand when it comes to you, and that sometimes people have to actually go through their own personal experiences for them to be able to even relate or connect with you on certain levels. And that's just the honest truth, right? So not everybody's going to get you in every single thing, right? People connect with you for various reasons, and that's something to be mindful of, because I think most times people expect those who are closest to them to be their all or be their everything, and I just don't see it that way for me. I don't see any one single person can be my all, be my everything. Like, I'm already my all. I'm already my everything. You see what I'm saying? What I look for is somebody who has the emotional intelligence and the wisdom and the patience to actually navigate through things that may come up as we are co-creating, right? Because really, essentially, we are all creators at heart. And so being able to co-create with one another is what I see is more important to focus on than our own differences, right? I think it's like, okay, yes, we may have our differences, but okay, how can we actually connect? What connects us? What brings us together? What actually, creates things for us to be more harmonious and in sync? And that's all about just sometimes giving things time and space for people to sometimes even go through similar experiences, for them to even understand like why you chose that path and why that path came up for you, right? If people never really had those experiences, then of course they can probably easily judge or write them off, or just make comments about it. But this is where you being a solid, mature, and intelligent person comes into play. Because like I said, at every stage of my journey, I felt like there has been some experience that has reflected or shown to me, hey, this is who I truly am. This is how bad I want it, because this is the part of that's always been, reflected back in some kind of way, like reminding me like, oh, okay, yeah, you're right. Like, let me go a little harder. Let me go up on that thing. Let me take a different approach. Let me boss up on that real quick. You know what I'm saying? Like, and and I guess that's kind of a part of the resistance that may be necessary for growth as well. But all in all, it's like, it's all mindset. It's all perspective. And so, really, when I say this is a lifestyle, like waking up every day, showing up in your coaching business, showing up online, showing up on live, talking about your offers, making new courses, making sales, it's like literally all that you do. Like, you can have other things like you do and enjoy, you may even have other places of employment or other streams of income, but at the core of it all, your coaching business is still a lifestyle, right? It's something that you do faithfully. It's something that you do regardless of how anyone feels about it. And trust me, I've had some people give their opinions. I've had some people give their opinions on all type of levels. And I just thought that was so interesting, because I'm like, why do people think that I would care enough to be affected when this is truly my vision? This is my purpose. Like, I'm in my purpose. You see what I'm saying? Regardless if, I take some time to rest or take a break, or, just create some space in between, I'm still going to show up in my business. You get what I'm saying? Like, I'm still going to nurture my brand. I'm still going to build my business, because it's a part of me. It's really truly my identity. It's really something that I do. And that's something that most people don't realize sometimes, if they've known you, and they've had to kind of grow into the liking of it, right? Because I realize, like, most people have to, as you grow and develop, people who are closest to you, they have to actually, number one, like themselves. They have to like themselves, right? And have their own purpose or hobbies or outlets and things, because your duty calls. Like, if you and your purpose, you there's something that's activated by that. Like, there's something that drives you from within that says, I do this for me. I do this for me. It's what I want to do. It's what I love. It's what I love to show up for, regardless of who approves of it or not. Like, this is what I like to do. You see what I'm saying? And I I don't know if any other profession or business gets this type of feedback, or but I'm like, typically when somebody's going to college and graduated, got a degree, or done something like started a new business, there's kind of some kind of congratulations, there's kind of some kind of like, oh, I see you, big ups, respect, and all that. But for some reason I've noticed that a coaching business has a different, it's brought out different types of energies, and it's just like, I just want to kind of express that for people, because it's like, regardless of how you feel about me or how you see me, regardless if you see me, it doesn't matter. You see what I'm saying? Because I see me. I know me. I feel me. And that's the type of vibe you gotta have, because nobody is telling you you can't be all you can be but you. Everything is on you. When you have that attitude of like, I can be whatever I say I want to be, and regardless if people gonna do whatever they want to do or say whatever they want to say, none of it matters. None of it matters. I'm in my purpose. When you're in your purpose, there is something grounded about that. There's something rooted about that. When you're rooted in your purpose, it's like, it's kind of like people who go to the gym faithfully. Like, they in the gym. They in the lab. They making moves. You know what I'm saying? Like, so, I mean, it's interesting because for me, like, I started in 2021 in my coaching business, and I feel like at this point, there should be no more question on whether this is real or not, or if this is something I should be doing or not, or you know what I'm saying? Like, there should be people should already know, like, she's a coach, she's coaching. There is no surprise in that, and it's just interesting. I don't know, but I just wanted to kind of express that, because that was something that I feel some people could use as an excuse on why they're not doing what they truly want to do. But I'm like, and I'm sure that those type of things happens in other fashions and scenarios and professions, but I just feel like nobody should hold you back. And I actually made a video earlier on YouTube about don't let up, because you can't let up. Like, when you want something bad enough, when you see something for yourself, no matter how you get tested or challenged in it, this is truly what you want to do, and this because of those tests and those challenges. Let's just say that this something you really want to do, because you've really been tested, you've really been challenged, and you've been like, okay, I've proved to myself that this is truly what I want to do, because I've overcame those challenges and those tests, and I've shown myself over and over again that this is truly what I want. That really puts the stamp of approval for you in that alone. So you can be thankful for that. Like, okay, thank you for giving me the stamp of approval. Like, I've shown to myself, I've proven to myself that no matter who, what, when, where, how, I still know who I am, and I still know what I do. I still know my purpose. I still know what direction I'm going and what direction I'm headed. I still know that this will always be my thing. No matter what it is, I still will be here. This is the point. This is what it is. You know what I'm saying? So when you've established that for yourself, right? That self-concept, that identity, that lets you know that you've made it. That lets you know you have arrived. That lets you know that you are at that point where other people have no way to deny it, right? Because you've worked those things out within yourself to the point where no one else can even try it. No one else can even say there's any room for it. Because you've already said, I am 100% sure. 100% all in. And I think those opportunities also give you ways to fill in the gaps or the spaces or the details that are necessary, right? All of it is a part of you being able to utilize the experience and turning it into gold. So this is where you get to, really alchemize your experiences and turn it into funds, make some money, make sales, connect with new people. See what I'm saying? And this is continuous, this is ongoing as far as the ways that you get to create and make content, make it exciting, make it fun. Because who's to say, what will happen? People are going to be people. You can't control how people feel about you. You can't control how people feel about you showing up, you doing your thing, you living your life, you doing what's best for you. You can't control how people respond to that. But what you can control is your own abilities, the way you feel about yourself, the way you show up, the way you do things. And that's what's important. That's what's important. You continuing to, solidify your brand, your authority, your expertise, and literally build your movement, your brand to a multi-million-dollar company. Like when you have that kind of vision, when you have that kind of goal, and you're not wavering in that, listen, I'm looking to support you in making your next $1,000 day, your next $10,000-$20,000 month. I'm looking to support those who are ready to really step into the coaching world and really get in their bag, really be able to be seen, to increase their visibility, to overcome those challenges, to really do the self-identity work, to improve their self-concept, to build their resilience, their emotional intelligence, to build their income and their bank account, like to really set yourself apart. So I encourage you to get inside of my mentorship, Deeper Than Beauty. That's where we really go over the game plan, every single detail you need to know, supporting you along the way throughout the journey. Really just like hand in hand, right? Hands-on support, navigating through those ebbs and flow, and really overcoming it all, because this business, this line of work is going to pay you forever. This skill set, this mindset, this ability is going to pay you over and over again. And I know that this is something that you have to continue to add on to see the results add up, to see things compound over time, to see your own growth, to see your own ability, to see your own maturity. Like, this is where you develop as a woman, as a person, as a leader, as a guide, as someone that people will see you or seek you out for your wisdom, for you to mentor them, for you to guide them, for you to show them, how to do things. Like, this is your ability for people to get the help they need, and they come to you for it. Because you've defined your way. You've defined your own lane. You've defined how to make it happen. And that takes real courage and really, the tenacity to continue at it over and over and over again. And then even doing things in a way that feels fresh, in a way that feels like, people want to be a part of it. People naturally are attracted to what you are doing, and they naturally want to be in your world. They naturally want to, get mentorship from you and pay to learn from you. And that's the beauty of you sticking things through. That's the beauty of you actually committing to yourself and committing to your purpose, committing to your business, committing to your brand, and really showing up over and over again. That's the beauty of it. And you know your time is coming, right? Like, when you've invested a certain amount of time into something, inevitably your time will come where things will start to be in influx, where people are buying from your offers, coming in your work, coming in your world. You're selling out your events. You're constantly, creating a wave. People just know, like, hey, go to Coach Drika, go to Shine. She gonna help you. You know what I'm saying? To where a point where people start referring you to their people. Like, this is stuff that you put in place intentionally for it to happen. Intentionally. So this is where you stay committed. You stay all in. You stay persistent. You stay, in your lane, doing your thing. And those who love it, love it. Those who don't, don't. And it just is what it is. But the reality is, you love it, and you know that other people love it because you do. It's simple. There are plenty of people that love what you do, and I always will tell you to focus on those people. Focus on the ones who do care. Focus on the people who do support you. Focus on the people who do love your work, who do want to be in your offers. Those are your people. Those are your people. Show up for them. Show up for people, who see their reflection, who see, that they could see what's possible for them. Like, it's so much bigger than what people may even realize. And those who have a coaching business know this. Like, it's almost like, people don't realize how many lives we're changing here. Like, we're changing lives. You are a coach. When you are a coach, you are changing people's lives. See what I'm saying? And yes, it starts with your own, but just knowing that that's a ripple effect. That's the result of you doing the work. That's the result of you continuously showing up. People's lives are being changed because of that. and they catch on when they catch on. But the reality is, the show goes on. We must continue moving forward. We must continue to lead. We must continue to keep things moving, because we have responsibility. We have responsibility to uphold when it comes to us carrying out the vision. So I look forward to supporting more of you guys, more hairstylists, more salon owners, more beauty experts, and really solidifying your work, your coaching, your offers, your content, and increasing your sales. And for those who want to recommend or refer those who would be good for this mentorship or this level of support, you can also earn streams of income with me as well. So there is always more. There's always options. There's always ways for you to actually grow. Okay? So I'm building up here online. I'm building up here in real life. I'm building up in so many different areas, guys. So your support is always important and it matters to me. And, you know, that's what I'm here for. I'm here to help you guys to take your brand to the next level, take your vision to the next level, take your business to the next level, and actually, you know, get us going in the right direction. All right? So rise to millions, guys. Get inside. Deeper than beauty. Get inside. Listen, I am honored to have you guys join me on this journey, on this path. Coaching is a lifestyle, so buckle up. It's a beautiful ride. All right, I'll see you guys inside.